about South Africa now and and stop asking people not to come to Nigeria. That's what we're saying. You should allow people who want to come to Nigeria to come.
Zulu, should I say something? Yes, Davido make a statement. It depends on the tone of your statement, like of his own statement. Sorry, when you're presenting a statement or a sentence, it depends on how you view it. You might view it at the positive side or the negative side. He just said no, don't come to Nigeria because he have seen in Nigeria so many things that is happening. One, insecurity. We all are facing insecurity, but it's in the north and partly in the east and partly in the west. So, and secondly, when you're investing in Nigeria, the politician we have, few of them, not all, few of them, they can frustrate your investment. He have seen it. He knows all the background. So because he doesn't want to say, hey, come to Nigeria and invest, something happen, everybody start saying bad of Nigeria. I know where he's going. I know what, but he didn't present it in a calm and presentable. I understand where you are going, but I'm telling you, part of Nigeria. I'm telling you, Nigeria.
To the government, he was speaking to the government. Remember, Nana Addo of Ghana had gone to ask Americans to come and visit the diaspora and invest in the diaspora. It was after that video of Nana Addo having gone to America, and he was even telling them that he's giving them special visas, and he's also going to trade. He wants ordinary Americans to come and invest in his country. There was even a trip that Americans had to take to Ghana, and they were all blissfully happy about what is happening in Ghana. So Davido was responding to that. And the question was like, people are being asked to go back to the diaspora. And he was like, no, but then in Nigeria for what? When Nigeria is so corrupt, nothing works in Nigeria. There's a huge distinction, guys, between Nigeria and Ghana, between what Bola Tinubu is doing and what Nana Addo is doing, And right now, he was speaking to the government.
I understand what you're saying.
Can I ask a question?
I understand what you're saying.
Can I ask a question, Vicky?
Yeah?
Vicky, why will you say you understand her? Is Nana Addo not corrupt?
Wait, I understand where she's driving at. That man too is corrupt. That's what I'm saying. No any politician all over the world, including the foreigner, they are free. They are all corrupt. It's just that Nigeria we are always pronounced. Like if we are doing our thing, we're always loud. We don't keep. We are not reserved. That
Can I ask a question, Vicky?
We are not reserved. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm not against what Davido is saying. Partially, it depends on his content, what he meant by that. It depends what he meant by that. If anybody that is in a foreign land want to come and invest in Nigeria, they can. People are still making it in Nigeria. But there's a lot of hungers in all over the world. There's some people that is hungry. It's not only in Nigeria, partially everywhere in the world. People are hungry. People are poor. There's some people that are poor. They are in a poor place. Even the politician cannot reach to them. So it takes people like Davido to reach to them. Do you know how many people that Davido have blessed, invested in their life in Nigeria? There's a lot. Poor people he have brought out, but he cannot do everything. He cannot do everything. I know he says something. Some of the Nigeria was angry. Me too, I was angry. But I was not angry at the other hand because I understand where he's driving at. The safety
Vicky, Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question, Vicky?
Go ahead, please.
North Nigeria, not part of Nigeria. Is north of Nigeria not part of Nigeria?
They are.
What do you mean, yeah?
They are.
Okay.
Part of Nigeria. North of Nigeria is in Nigeria.
And then, will you advise someone honestly so to come and invest in North Nigeria? And if
No.
not, why?
I
Why?
cannot because of the insecurity in the north. But I can advise the person to come at the west, south, and the east. Because they are trying to tackle the insecurity in the north. A lot is going on in the north. But the east, the west, and south, they are safe for investment.
Excuse me. Good evening, please. Can I answer the question this guy just asked now? About what you're talking about in terms of people in the north. You see, the picture, all these international news they print out to people outside of Nigeria is kind of bad. You see,
Very bad.
it's true that Nigeria is facing too much at the moment. But when it comes to insecurity, let me give you an example of Lebanon and Iraq. Did you know that when we're talking about insecurity and when we're talking about a place to travel to or to live now, most people might not want to travel to somewhere like Lebanon or Iraq because of what they are facing there. But there are some places now that even in Iraq and Lebanon that if you travel to, you can invest and make money there. That's why I usually tell people that when you want to come to Nigeria, make your findings. When I wanted to serve at that year, then Nigeria is already facing this. I think the insecurity will even reduce now. Nigeria is facing much insecurity, and I was posted to the north. I serve in the north, so the place that they are having the insecurity, maybe they are having all this Boko Haram bandit stuff attacking them. They will let you know. They won't post anybody there, and you will be surprised when you get there that you even see much people coming there as all these story stuff, all these people coming from outside Nigeria coming there because they know what they've already made their finding that okay, this particular place I'm going, is it okay? Because there are still people living in Maiduguri now. Because today now, if you go to Maiduguri, you still see people living there. But there are some exact place which is close to the border where all this insecurity is happening. But that doesn't mean that they are not seeing, people are not coming there to invest.
Can I say something?
Okay.
And I'm not.
Okay.
Do you know that as a tourist, if you land in Abuja or if you land in Lagos, you are being advised by some of your people not to visit some states, especially in the north. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I'm aware of that. You see, let me just tell you something. Like what I'm saying is that today now, I want to add to what Davido said because that's even the main reason I was here. Let me just talk about what Davido said. If you remember, there was this time. Is it Kai sent or I can't remember one of these YouTuber that came to Nigeria then. When the guy was in Nigeria with is it Shanks? I think it's Davido that made the statement that he shouldn't be moving around Lagos State anyhow because Lagos State was not like that secured. You know what people said? People came out and talked that he shouldn't be saying that on that kind of a thing house because when you are a celebrity, people must criticize you. What Davido said, what he said is true, but the problem he has, the reason why people are criticizing him is because he speaks too much. As I am like this, if I have anybody abroad outside Nigeria, I can't even advise the person to come to Nigeria. Like come back to Nigeria. Like you want to come back to Nigeria fully, you want to be living in Nigeria fully like that. Because we all know that Nigeria is facing a lot. What you buy with your money last year, you like times 2 or times 3, that was what you used to buy this year. But the problem or the mistake I find out from his submission is that most of us now, we have people that they are outside, they can't come back to Nigeria. But we that we are in Nigeria, we know the exact place that all these people can invest in. that they won't have a problem. But you looking now, I have someone outside now with that statement, that person follow up with it. You say that don't invest in Nigeria, the security, the blah, 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 the everything. At the end of the day, the person say, okay, I'm not going to invest in this country. Tell me which kind of excuse or which kind of persuasion I want to give to that person that will make that person comes back to come and invest in Nigeria. And no economist, I'm telling you, no economist will talk like that, because number one thing, when your economy is derailing, tell me one way you are going to bring that economy back without people investing. One of the major problems we are having in Nigeria now is the agricultural sector. And currently now, people that will invest in that agricultural sector now are mostly people coming from outside Nigeria. Now tell me, with all these statements, don't come and invest in Nigeria, don't come and do this, don't come and do that. Tell me, how did you think people will come at the end of this, come and invest? I'm just saying my own point. I don't know exactly what other people might be thinking, but that's my own view. Normal, I know what the guy said is true in terms of maybe you want to come with your family, you want to move back to Nigeria. I can't advise you. But when it comes to investments, that's where I have like my own opinion is not of the same with his.
All right, I want to ask you a question.
I'm with you.
Because your submission is doing me as if you are contradicting yourself. Because my question to you is that you are saying that investors should come, but if someone want to relocate, that you will not advise anybody to relocate to Nigeria with his family. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that there is difference between you coming back Nigeria like permanently, you want to come back to Nigeria permanently, and me talking about like you want to come to Nigeria, you want to come and invest. Like when I joined this program, what people were talking about is investing in Nigeria and coming to relocating to Nigeria. So what I'm going to say now is that
brother, indeed, I think you are contradicting yourself, because I mean, okay, what is investment to you? Because I'm failing to understand what you're saying, because you are actually contradicting yourself. What is investment to you? What exactly does it mean when you say someone coming to invest? Yeah. No, I just wanted to know that.
Okay. You know that I can relocate back to Nigeria now without me investing in the economy of this country. Do you know that?
Brother, what is an investment to you? That's a question, a very simple question. What does investment mean?
When you say that, what does an investment means? You are trying to play a mind game there, because I answered the question. And what I want
when you are in Nigeria, hello, you said when you are in Nigeria, if you are in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, you cannot come and invest. You will not advise somebody to come and stay in Nigeria, meaning that you are advising people in Nigeria not to come and invest in Nigeria. My brother, let me tell you,
no. Wait, sister, please don't get me wrong. I said, according to what people were talking about earlier on, is that people relocating back to Nigeria and people investing in Nigeria. That's what I'm talking about. I said if I have someone, you might be outside
my
Nigeria
brother,
now.
I think I'm with my sister here, Vicky, because what you are saying, you're contradicting yourself. Hence, I'm asking a very simple question so that I understand where you're coming from. Do you really understand what's the meaning of investing? Because you are saying you are advising people to invest but not to come and live in Nigeria. What do you mean? And what is the purpose of investment, by the way? Because purpose of investments is to develop the country, and development comes with people moving back to Nigeria. I don't know if you can.
Dangote, I said here before that the political class, the religion leaders, the billionaires in Nigeria, all are in the same WhatsApp group. I can tell you for sure. They are not enemies. They know what they are doing. Everything they are doing is at the expense of all Nigerians. So I want every Nigerian to know For example, you see the big men, the billionaires in Nigeria, including the class of Dangote. If you watch them, I don't know whether some of our Nigerian people that is
Zoe,
listening always follow
okay, this
politics.
thing you are
The
saying
answer
is
is yes,
all over
Dangote
the
is
world.
corrupt. But he has also
See, Zoe, it is all over the world. Every elect, they are all corrupt. It's all over the world. Why are you saying only? Why are you based in Nigeria? Everybody is called the elect. They are very corrupt. So, for example, a company had there through an advertisement of oil and gas. Then my dad finally got the job, was doing well, invests, then became rich, transferred that richness to all of us. Does it mean that my father was corrupt, working in an oil company?
Vic,
Wait, let me just finish, because most of our Nigeria they will come. Wait, most of our Nigeria they will come to bring a wrong perspective to other African countries, say that Nigeria is bad. As far as I'm concerned,
okay, hold
my
on.
country.
Let me read for you what
Wait.
Hold on, Viz.
Okay.
Viz, hold. Let me read for you what Chinua Achebe said. He said Nigeria has had a very complicated colonial history. However, at this point in Nigerian history, we can no longer absolve ourselves of the responsibility of our present condition. Corruption is endemic in Nigeria because we have had complete failure of leadership in Nigeria that has made corruption so easy and profitable. It will be controlled when Nigerians put in place checks and balances that will make corruption inconvenient, with appropriate jail sentences and penalties to punish those that steal from the state. You know. And